maximum power transfer theorem. The maximum power transfer theorem is important and you need to know the value of the load at which the most power is delivered from the source. Here, the maximum power transfer theorem is stated as follows. For a given source voltage, maximum power is transferred from a source to a load when the load resistance is equal to the internal source resistance. That means here when the maximum power is transferred to the load RL, here the condition when the transferred maximum power means here RL is equal to RS. So here, see here in the circuit diagram, the supply voltage is Vs and the internal resistance or source resistance is Rs and the load resistance is RL, the terminals across the A and B. So now maximum power transfer theorem, here the source has an internal source resistance is 75 ohms. Determine the load power for each of the following values of load resistance. So see, observe this one. So the load as given 0 ohms, 25 ohms, 50 ohms, 75 ohms, 100 ohms, 125 ohms. So why he has given. So determine the where the power will be maximum. See here the circuit. So Vs is 10 volts and Rs is 75 ohms. RL is not given. It is variable. Load is always variable. So by substituting 0 ohms, 25 ohms, 50 ohms, 75 ohms, 100 ohms, 100. So where the condition we get the maximum, we have to see or observe this one. So here the given, so for condition RL is equal to 0 ohms. By using Ohm's law, in general I is equal to V by R, the power formula is P is equal to I square R. To find the load power PL for each value of load resistance, so for example RL is equal to 0, I is equal to Vs by Rs plus RL. So current is 133 milliamps. Power across the load PL is equal to I square RL. So here 133 milliamps whole square into 0 will get the 0 watts, 0 watts, milliwatts. So now from this load 0 resistance, here the load is 0, the load power is 0, and then go for another load resistance value. If the resistance value is RL is equal to 25 ohms, I is equal to Vs by Rs plus RL, that is equal to 10 by 75 plus 25, that is equal to 100 milliamps. The current is 100 milliamps. Now power formula is what? PL is equal to I square into RL, that is 100 milli whole square into 25 ohms, that is nothing but 250 milliwatts, 250 milliwatts. So at RL is equal to 0 ohms, the power is, load power is 0 megawatt, millimegawatts, 0 milliwatts, 0 milliwatts, and at RL is equal to 25 ohms, 250 milliwatts. Then go for RL is equal to 50. So RL is equal to 50. So what about RL means what is the changing here? The load is changing. RL is 0, 25 and 50. So I is equal to Vs by Rs plus RL. That means here 10 volts divided by 125 ohms into 80 milliamps. That is equal to PL is equal to I square RL. Here I square is 80 milliamps. That is whole square into 50 ohms. 320 megawatts. So now for RL is equal to 75. For RL is equal to 75 ohms. Now load is 75 ohms. So Vs by Rs plus RL 10 watts by 150 ohms 60.67 milliamps. In the same way PL is equal to I square into RL, that is 66.7 milliamps whole square into 75 ohms. That gives it 334 milliwatts. Previous value is 320 milliwatts. Now the value is 334 milliwatts. So now go for 100 ohms. For RL is equal to 100 ohms. So I is equal to Vs by Rs plus RL. So it is nothing but 110 volts by 175 ohms will give the 57 point milliamps. It is nothing but, so PL is equal to I square into RL, that is 57.1 millivolt square. So 100 ohms, that gives you 326 milliwatts. Here observe this one. Here RL 75 ohms is 334 milliwatts. RL is equal to 75 ohms. So PL is equal to 334 milliwatts. Here for RL is equal to 100 ohms, PL is equal to 326 milliwatts. By observing this, so at a point power is increased at a maximum level, after that it is decreasing. So 333, that means here the 334 milliwatts, then power is 3 comes to the 326. That means here power is decreasing when the load is, so is go on increasing. So up to after the equivalent value of the source resistance, then power is decreasing. So after that RL is equal to 125 ohms. That's the same way I is equal to Vs by Rs plus RL 10 volts by 200 ohms will give the 20 milliamp 50 milliamps, not 20, 50 milliamps. Now PL is equal to I square into RL, which gives the, so 50 milliamps square into 125, that is nothing but 313 milliwatts. Now it is goes on decreasing. So from this variation of load resistance, we have to observe that what happens here. See observe this one. Here at 25, at 0 resistance, load resistance, the power is 0, and at 25 ohms, at load resistance is 25 ohms, the power is more than 200 milliwatts. At 50 ohms, at 50 ohms load resistance, the power is more than 300. At 75, power is maximum. After that, at 100 ohms load resistance, the power is decreasing from the maximum to, so somewhat less than maximum value of, some value of maximum value of the, less than the maximum value power. So at 100 ohms. After that, go on increasing the load resistance, the power is decreasing after the maximum value. Here the load power is greatest when RL is equal to 75 ohms, which is the same as the internal source resistance. So by observing this, we can say that is here the, that is here the power is, here the power is changing with respect to the load. That means when the load resistance is equal to the source resistance, the maximum power will be transferred to the load. This is the concept, just concept of maximum power theorem. Here, see, observe this, the maximum power transfer theorem. The power transfer to load is here in the circuit PL is equal to I square into RL. So for a given box, black box, what is the value of RL for which PL is maximum? So here replace the black box with its Thevenin's equivalent. Here Thevenin's equivalent is VTH is in series with the RTH and that is in series with the RL. So here load current IL is equal to VTH by RTH plus RL. The power is the formula PL is equal to in general IL square into RL. So here substituting this IL in the PL. So PL is equal to VTH square into RL divided by RTH plus RL whole square. So when we want maximum power theorem conditions, so how we will get? So this power is varied with respect to the load resistance. So here the variable is load resistance. This variable is derivating with respect. This power is derivating with respect to the RL. So we get the maximum power conditions. Here that means here dp by drl equal to 0. That means the power is derivating with respect to the RL equal to 0 will get the maximum power transfer theorem condition. So here by getting of this derivating here the given RTH plus RL whole square minus RL into 2 RTH plus RL divided by RTH plus RL power of 4. So here therefore RTH plus RL is equal to RL, that means RL is equal to RTH. This is the maximum power conditions. This is the maximum power conditions. So now see here and the circuit is given, so determine the maximum power. So here the circuit is drawn in this way. So find the RL for which PL is maximum. Here determine the RL and PL. So what they have given, source voltage and source current and the 3 ohms, 2 ohms and 6 ohms. Here simply we have to determine the Thevenin's equivalent from this circuit. Remove the load resistance RL across the terminals A and B and then short the voltage source and open the current sources. Then RAB, that is nothing but RTH, will get 3 ohms and 6 ohms are parallel. This equivalent will get the 2 ohms. That equivalent R12 equivalent will get the 2 ohms. The 2 ohms is in series with this R3, so that is 2 ohms. So 2 plus 2 will get the 4 ohms. RAB is equal to RTH, that is the 4 ohms. It is the 4 ohms. See here the 3 is 3. So see here, this is the 4 ohms. They didn't write correctly, so you have to calculate in proper way. See here, once you observe this one, RTH is 4 ohms. Now RTH is determined 4 ohms. Now calculate the VTH. How VTH is calculated? See here, observe this one. VOC. Here this is the circuit. VOC is nothing but VTH. Why? We go for getting the maximum power transfer theorem, we have to determine the VTH, RTH and RL. So here 12 volts and 2 amps 3 ohms, 6 ohms, 2 ohms is present. So here, so terminals A and B across, we have to determine the VOC or VTH. So by applying superposition theorem, we can get the VOC or VTH. See here, by applying superposition theorem for this circuit, here it is divided into two circuits. Why? So from the source 1 we get the VAB, and from the source 2 we can get the VAB. This VAB from the source 1 and this VAB from the source 2 we get and calculate resultant voltage. This will give the resultant voltage from these two sources. So now see here, 12 volts, 3 ohms, 6 ohms and 2 ohms and AB. So from this second circuit, 3 ohms, 6 ohms and 2 ohms and current source is 2 amps. So from this we can get the voltage from these two circuits by superposition theorem. Here see, observe this one. Across the AB terminal voltage is nothing but the across the 6 ohms voltage. So it is nothing but 12 volts divided by 9 into 6, that will get the 8 watts. Here they written wrong, so they wrote wrong. So you have to once you check it. So now from the current source, see here, observe this one. From the current source, here 3 6 are parallel, so this resultant is 2 ohms. This resultant 2 ohms is in series with the R3, so that is 2 ohms. 2 plus 2 is nothing but 4 ohms. That 4 ohms, so the current is passing through the this 4 ohms. The 2 amps current is passing through this 2 and 2. So that means 4 ohms. So we'll get the 2 into 4. That means here 8 volts. So here from the circuit 1 and the circuit